Good morning, student. How are you all? I hope you well and enjoying your holiday at this time. In the previous classes, we just talked about the integer and some related subtopic, and we also understand some of the topic. But today we are going to look at the other topic related to the integer with an example. And I have given you some notes, so please write it down in your copy or rough copy. All right. The most important thing is, if we talk about integer, first you have to know what is integer. Tell me. A whole number anywhere from 0, positive or negative infinity, or we can say integer consists of a whole number, their negative. All right. Or what we can say, all natural number 0 and the negative of counting number are called integer. The set of integer like -7, -6, -5, -4, -3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, this whole set is called integer. First of all, if we talk about negative integer, positive integer, so my question is a negative integer, negative number is an integer? Yes, the integer are -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Further on goes to infinity. All the whole number and their opposite, the positive whole number and the negative whole number and zero, fraction, decimal are not integer. Alright, for example, -5 is an integer but not a whole number. Are you getting my point? -3 is an integer but it is not a whole number, because whole number is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We also can say that -7 is an integer but it is not a natural number, because natural numbers start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. What is the difference between integer and the whole number? They are the number all usually count and they will continue on into infinity. Whole number are all natural number including 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Integer include all whole number and their negative counterpart. For example, -4, -3, -2, -1. All right. Can decimal be an integer? My question is, can decimal be an integer? Every integer can be expressed as a decimal, but most number that can be expressed as a decimal are not integer. If all the digits after the decimal point are 0, numbers is an integer. If there are any non-zero digit after the decimal point, the number is not an integer. All right, remember that. What is a basic rule of integer? In the previous class, I told you the rule number 1 is the sum of two integer is always a positive integer. Example, 7 plus 6 is equal to 13. And another rule is the sum of two negative integer is always a negative integer. -7 plus -6 is equal to -3. And the last rule is, while adding a positive and negative integer, we first consider the number without their sign. Find the difference between two and given the sign of the biggest number to the answer. All right. In this diagram, you have look at this diagram and understand what is the basic rule of integer. First, if we talk about add, same signs, add and take in the sign, like -3 plus -4. The value is 7, but the sign is negative. If we like take an example like 3 plus 7 is equal to 10. Difference sign, subtract and take the sign of the largest absolute value. For example, -5 plus 9 is equal to 4. -13 plus 8 is equal to -5. If we talk about the rule, subtraction, multiplication, division, in the multiplication case, same sign positive answer, different sign negative answer. Always remember, same sign is positive answer. If we talk about negative sign, okay, negative different sign, then answer will be a negative. All right. Operation of positive and negative number. Addition, positive plus positive is equal to positive, negative plus negative is equal to negative. In the addition case, value will be positive, but the sign is sign. Always remember, operation means sign. Positive plus negative or negative plus positive is equal to what? Use the large number and its sign, subtract. All right, subtraction, negative minus positive is equal to negative, positive minus negative is equal to positive. If we talk about multiplication, positive into positive is equal to positive, negative into negative is equal to positive, positive into negative, negative. And if we talk about positive into negative, the answer will be negative. But in the division case, positive divided by positive is equal to positive. Negative divided by negative, the answer will be positive. If we negative divided by positive, the answer will be negative. If we talk about like positive divided by negative, the answer will be a negative. There are 4 integer operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. The properties of addition, closure property. As per this property, on adding 2 integer, we always get an integer. If a and b are 2 integer, then answer a plus b is also an integer. Commutative property, as per the property, while adding 2 integer, changing their order of integer will not change the result. A plus b is equal to b plus a. Associative property, as per this property, while adding 3 or more integer, out of the number does not matter, the sum will be always remain the same. If we take example like a plus bracket plus c, then answer is a plus b whole bracket plus c is equal to same. All right. If the taken other property like subtraction, the closure property, as per this property, the difference of any 2 integer is always an integer. If a and b are 2 integer, then a minus b is also a integer. In the closure, in the commutative and the associative, observation is first, in the closure case, the difference is an integer in each case. The conclusion, integer are closed under subtraction. If we talk about commutative property, the difference of 2 number change if the order of integer is changed. Subtraction is not commutative for integer. Alright. Associative property, left hand side and right hand side have different value. For example, a minus bracket a minus b minus c is not equal to a minus b minus c. All right. Add with inverse. Of an integer is a number which, when added to any integer, does not change the value of integer. All right. like a plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a. The answer will be a. If we talk about adjoint integer, the most of the basic example, like minus a is equal to, if we take an example like minus a inverse is a, minus b inverse is b. If we take minus 5, the inverse of 5. All right. Rule number 1 for adding integer: the sum of two positive integer is always positive. 87 plus 2 is equal to 89. Rule number 2, rule number 3, just look it and please write it down. Okay student, that all for today. All right, thank you.